Hi everybody, I'm back. This is Angela, and today I'm going to pour resin in this metal tray that my son made me. He made it for me and gave it to me for Christmas a while ago, and I never got around to painting it, and he's been after me to paint it, so I finally painted it. And today I'm going to do the outside, the inside. I'll learn if that was a good idea or not after, of course, this cures. This is the second time I've used resin for a bigger project. Today I'm going to use the ArtResin because this is more of an artistic piece to me. I want to take good care of it. And a lot of resin tends to yellow over time, and this one seems to not do that according to some research I've done. At least of the resin I can buy locally. So I've already gone to their ArtResin's site, and so I know I've calculated how much resin I need. That the website directions to where you go to this is on the package. So I know I need 8 ounces of resin. So I have my husband's coffee scale. Don't tell him, he might get mad, because this is for his coffee. My husband's a coffee roaster. Maybe sometime I'll do a video of him coffee roasting so you can see that if you're interested. So I need 8 ounces. So that means I need 4 of the resin and 4 of the hardener. It's equal 1-to-1 parts. And I'm wearing gloves, and I have extra packed in my apron because I tend to be messy. And the last time I did resin, I actually put resin in my hair, which, you know, is fun times. So let's get started. So this one behaves a little differently. I can use a torch on this one. Okay, so I have 4.06 ounces on here. And this one says to clean it up with paper towels. And so I want to do that while I'm thinking of it, because me, messy. It had a little red plug in it. I don't know if it's supposed to go back in there or not, but I'm putting it back in there. Because now that it's open, it's going to need to be used within 6 months. So I need to find lots of stuff to pour with resin. So 4.06, I'm zeroing out the scale again. Oh, there we go, 4.06. Oh. Everybody talks about how you have to be exact with resin. So I have 4.06 of each. Figure that's close enough. And before I start mixing that up, I'm going to go put his scale away. Don't tell him. Okay, so now what it says to do, the directions are on this nice little card right here. It says to stir it for 3 full minutes, and then I'll have 45 minutes of working time. Hey Google, set a timer for 3 minutes. As it gets started, it looks pretty cloudy. Let's see. And you want to scrape the sides and the bottom, because if you don't, then some of the elements might not get mixed up properly, and then your resin doesn't cure properly. You could also use a silicone cup. I've done that. I did that last time, and it actually worked really well. I thought this was going to be a lot less than what I did last time, so I thought a smaller cup might be helpful for me. Now I'm going to hopefully remember to add glitter. I'm going to put a little in here just because I'd like some shimmer, and hey, I can have it if I want it. But I think I needed to get this mixed up all the way first. And see, you can see now, I'm going to bring this to let you see, it's starting to get more transparent. Lots of air. And what I'm trying to, I mean, it's pretty transparent, so, but there's a lot of bubbles in there. So now I'm going to add my glitter, and I can kind of take my time because I have 45 minutes. I'm just sticking a little. This is some old glitter I had from Stampin' Up, back in my Stampin' Up days. It's the Dazzling Diamonds, which is an iridescent glitter that just, it goes with everything. And so I'll always have Dazzling Diamonds, I think, on hand. And I don't know if you can see the glitter in there or not yet, but let me see. Isn't that just yummy? Hopefully that's not too much to take away from the painting. If not, I'm going to enjoy it anyway, because it's actually, the enjoyment for me is more that my son made it for me. Okay, so I screwed these lids back on tight. I'm setting those aside. I want to make this, I will set it down on this after, I think, because I think I need the room. So my goal today is to get the sides and maybe the top edge. I'm going to pour the back side another day and then put museum feet on the bottom, because I really want the paint to stay on, and it needs to cover up some of the imperfections I have on the opposite side. So I guess here I go. I sort of winged it on the glitter. If you guys want to leave a comment and let me know, if you have any feedback on how to know how much additives to put in something, because I know that some people use paint or inks or pigment powders or glitter or, you know, a ton of other things to do their glitter. I mean, to add to the resin. I'm trying to decide, do I want to set this right here? I think that'll be safe. I was kind of wanting to just, oh, you know what? I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to leave this cup alone. So it says you can use a brush or your finger to do the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just rub some along the sides first, because I really just want to seal it. I mean, I'll be glad that there's a coat in there for protection, but from what I read, ArtResin is best as an art sealer than anything, not really great for casting. And that may or may not be true. I'm sure that there's people that use it for other things and quite successfully. imagine you just need to experiment. This one's a little bit more expensive than the Amazing Cast, or I can't remember what the other kind was that I used. I put it away already, so. This has a different odor to it as well. Kind of funny about odors. This has a sweeter smell to it. And you know, I think some of the glitter, I wasn't going to put glitter on the outside of this. So I may have a little bit of overspill, which isn't going to bother me any. A lot of the bubbles have already escaped, which is kind of nice. And it seems like the glitter distributed pretty well in here, which I'm pretty excited about. I kind of wondered if it would kind of shift from one end to the other, or what it would do. So my son is a welder, and so he welded this metal tray for me and fabricated it. So I was kind of excited to get it. He also made me a napkin holder, which I really like too. I don't know if I'm going to paint it or not. I'm sorry, I'm turning this away from you. Just give me a second. Shift it back to center again. I think this is going to look so cool. Look at that. So it's supposed to self-level. And as long as I don't pick it up too many more times after this, I shouldn't get it in my hair. Sorry, this is obviously not the best torch, and it's doing it more because you're watching. I'm teasing, of course. It's probably user error. Somebody will probably say, it's because you're doing such and such, and then I'll go, well, there you go. So definitely, if you have an answer for that, leave me feedback. It has plenty of fuel in it, so I don't know. Brand new torch. I mean, they're relatively new. I've only had it a couple of months. But it's making me think twice about how much torching I'm going to do on this. I'll leave that alone. Let me just tilt it a little more just in case. I think I'll just come back and check on it in a little while and see if I need to move a little bit more above on the sides and the top. Everybody, here's a close-up. I guess there's still some air bubbles in there that I probably should go work out real quick. But I do like the added glitter. Some of the lacing you see through there are not bubbles, but cells from the actual pour. Hi everybody, I just wanted to show you what the tray looks like about 24 hours later. Remember, I used the ArtResin brand. I am just in love with this glitter, you guys. I mean, I put glitter in the resin. It's firm to the touch, so it still needs a little more time to cure because it's still a little soft. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, because I had some residue that dripped on this garbage bag, but I had just really been excited. I didn't put too much glitter in after all. I think there's a few little tiny bubbles if you look really close, but really a lot of those bubbles are not bubbles, they're cells from the project underneath, so it kind of works out. I'm going to fix the edges a little more, and I'm going to, at 72 hours, so I'm going to flip it over into the outside and the handles with some clear. But here's what I mean. It's set, but it's not completely cured, so it's still not hard yet. So that's kind of what's going on the tray here, but it's firm to the touch, so I mean I can touch it and it doesn't give or anything on that because it's on there pretty good. But anyway, just kind of an interesting observation that I made, and I will be back with part 2 if you're interested in part 2 of me covering the outside, so I'm getting the hang of resin. Thanks for watching.